I'm magically back in LA now. I got back yesterday on Sunday and now I'm working from home. I had a pretty brief visit. I only came to San Diego to primarily just go to the doctors, and my only set plans were to see friends, and even then that kind of fell through because nowadays I'm just very tired, and any plans involving anything past 7 p.m. feels like super difficult to get outside. I think the only thing I vlogged was a little bits of Marisa and I going shopping, and then I think my niece was reading to me, and that's pretty much it. That was my entire weekend. I just feel like when I was home, rarely am I ever visiting home without Masai, so just enjoying being there, enjoying my childhood home and my family, and just really doing nothing with them, like as if it were like I was living at home still. I never really get the chance to kind of slow down. I feel like I'm always just rushing to fit in as many plans as possible, so it felt really nice just to chill out. I just wanted to quickly touch on the books I've been reading. So it is a goal of mine to finish a book a month. Right now I've been kind of struggling on my second one just because I started pretty late. I think I got it probably like 3 days ago and I'm only on page 70, so I'm a little late to the start. But in January I finished this book. My friend Caitlin recommended it to me, and it's Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, and it was amazing. I feel like as somebody who is just in their 20s, or even not even just 20s, but any stage, but primarily I felt very connected to this because, I mean, for me specifically, a lot of the themes in this book just resonated, and it kind of gave me a sense of calmness and all the anxiety I felt about not really having my shit together or not really knowing what I want to do in life, really analyzing friendships and relationships and being at different stages in life and just everything about that, no pun intended. It just covered it in this book, so it just felt really nice to read this and highly recommend. I honestly would reread this, and I'd also get the second book. I was half tempted to make one of her other books my second reading for February, but I'm trying to branch out. On that same note, I was listening to a podcast. Let me look it up. But this podcast is one that I found randomly when I was going through my self-help phase and really into those podcasts. I just recently got back into it because my friend, again, Caitlin, reminded me of it, and it's called The Psychology of Your 20s, and the episode that I was listening to was on overcoming our purpose and anxiety with the author Elizabeth Gilbert. And I fell in love with that podcast. I just had a very hard day at work, and I just felt very overwhelmed and anxious, and not because of anything at work in particular, but again, I think I talk about this a lot of not really feeling like all that passionate about what I'm doing. Within that podcast, I was just listening and really feeling all the things that they were talking about, and it brought me a lot of ease, very similarly to Everything I Know About Love. And since I was listening to her podcast, Elizabeth Gilbert is an author, and primarily for me, I didn't know that Eat, Pray, Love was based on her memoir. So I decided to pick that up. So I'm currently reading Eat, Pray, Love. Wait, did I just say I'm eating Eat, Pray, Love? I'm currently reading Eat, Pray, Love because I feel like something that I've noticed as of lately, kind of weaning off of self-help books. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I think I just want to try different genres. Dolly Alderton, her memoir just really introduced me into memoirs, and I've been really into it, especially kind of navigating this day and age for me, being in my 20s and all the anxieties that come to it that I typically talk about in, I feel like, all my vlogs. Not that she's in her 20s in this book, but it is kind of going through her mind and her feelings on love, kind of overcoming codependency and everything that she's learned being in relationships very young. And that's something I heavily relate to, and something that I really want to work on is my codependency, and not just my relationship with my partner, but just in friendships, and I've gotten a lot better at that. I've always been so dependent on people to make me feel whole and loved, and kind of seeing it through the lens of Liz, just kind of that feeling of like relating to somebody is just really nice to not feel crazy for once. So yeah, so far so good. I think I'm only on page, let me see. Yeah, I'm only on page 75 so far. I really have a lot of catching up to do because I sped through everything I know about love so fast. I got into it and I feel like I had more time to read. But yeah, I'm really excited. So far so good. Really like it. This is just my second book of the month. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to pop in. No, it's good.
Okay. You still recording?
My acne update. I recently started taking the Clear Stem pills. It's the mind, body, skin vitamins. And apparently which I don't know the cause of my acne at the moment, but apparently if it is hormonal, then it helps to, I guess, regulate it. Don't quote me on that. But so far, I mean, I'm also on my period, so this could be another reason. So I'm gonna give it a month and see if anything changes. These are new, and then I had a couple different ones pop up right here, but nothing crazy. I mean, I feel like for the most part break out at least like every week, and you know, I eat pretty healthy for the most part, so that I knew that wasn't it. And then on top of that, I don't know what else it would be. I mean, it could be so many things. My sister told me that it could even be the protein powder that I take. It could be the pre-workout, which thing is, I'm very caffeine reliant, so I can't not have caffeine before workouts. So it could be a number of things, but hormonal could be a huge one. So I'm just trying to weed it out for the most part. And I'm also trying to give my skin a break. So when I'm in office, I'm trying to be brave about just letting my skin breathe and having my acne show on the lower half of my face. Yesterday I decided just to cover it up. To break out when you're an adult, it's kind of like a second round of puberty for you. So it is a huge insecurity of mine, trying to just live with it. Guys, I'm making sourdough. This is what it looks like. And right now I'm feeding it. I'm in the sourdough era. My camera might die because I haven't charged it. But my cousin gifted me some sourdough starter, so I'm currently feeding it. This is so weird. I think I'm doing it right. Holy shit, actually I didn't even double check that I'm doing it right. I was waiting for her to get back to me. And I just like got too impatient to wait for her to respond to see the next steps. So I'm hoping this is right. I kind of want to eat it, and I know I shouldn't, but I really want to eat it. It smells fermented. It's Sunday, and I'm making sourdough today. So this past week, because sourdough takes forever, I've been making bread. And this is my regular one, and this is my cinnamon sugar one. I'm kind of craving something a little bit sweeter this morning, so I think I'm gonna eat this one first. On today's agenda, I'm going to, I think, an estate sale with my friend Sarah today, and then I think we're just gonna clean up the apartment as usual. Luckily, I don't have work tomorrow, so I still have Sunday scaries for some reason, because I think internally my body is just telling me that I have work, but I'm still kind of dreading the next day, which I do. I don't know, it's a whole thing. I'm trying to get over it and, you know, really just lean into the fact that this is like my reality, and I'm finding ways to cope. So sourdough and picking up hobbies, it is. In usual vlogging fashion, I don't remember the last time I vlogged, but here I am. It is, I think, Wednesday. I'm like all over the place right now. Messiah's car broke down and now he's sick, so he's just not having the best of luck. So I was already planning to work from home this week anyways, so I am, and now I'm getting him ingredients to make some soup, and then yeah, work for the rest of the day. For somebody that's not usually super busy at work, I've been wildly busy for some freaking reason. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place as of lately. I feel like I'm always, but even more so lately. I've just not been in the greatest of moods, but we're trying to conquer through. But anyways, I'm headed to Whole Foods to get ingredients for some soup.